Oban Elliott goes out there and crashes our lock of the night play for UFC 304 as he puts a whooping on Preston Parsons over the course of 15 minutes. And I completely underestimated Elliott's ability to deal with the pressure that Parsons was going to be able to put on him. And I was even more impressed with Elliott's ability to stop the takedowns that were coming his way over the course of 15 minutes. So big L there on Preston Parsons. I felt quite confident about it. I felt really good about the line as well, but then obviously end up having to rip up the ticket. I believe I got about minus 130 was the official line that I got to play. He closed closer to minus 160, but it doesn't end up mattering as Elliott showcases vast improvements from what we've seen from him in the past. We'll see if we can bounce back this weekend with another 3 lock of the night candidates I have for you guys for UFC Abu Dhabi. If you guys want to find out which one I actually ended up going with, check out the Lock of the Night Patreon page. The link for that in the description below. A reminder that there is a PFL card going down this weekend, which I'll be dropping a YouTube breakdown for you guys probably on Wednesday, so keep your eyes peeled for that. The fight card goes down on Friday. And there is an LFA card also going down on Friday, which I'll be breaking down strictly on the MMA LOTN Patreon page, as I aforementioned. So make sure you guys check that out if you want some action on the regional scene as well. All right, let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into it. The first lock of the night candidate up is going to be Shamil Gadzhiev coming in at minus 210 as he takes on the middling heavyweight Dontel Mays. Now, Gadzhiev obviously is not the favorite amongst the public nowadays because of his poor performance against Jairzinho Rozenstruik, but I think he has a far easier matchup here against Dontel Mays, who is... he's decent at everything, but just not exceptional at one thing, which usually keeps him being so mediocre. He has a 4-4 record through his 8 UFC fights. Usually when guys have a superior advantage over him in a specific martial art, they're able to get the better of him. And here with Gadzhiev, I believe we'll see Gadzhiev really push the pressure, dictate the pace of this matchup, move forward, land big shots on Mays, maybe even get his takedown game going, and really assert his dominance as we've seen in the past. And I think he'll make a lot of people forget that Rozenstruik performance pretty quickly, and I think this will be a dominant return for Shamil Gadzhiev, which is why he is the first lock of the night candidate. The second candidate is going to be Davison Figueiredo, who comes in at minus 140 as he takes on Marlon Chito Vera, who is trying to bounce back from that title fight loss that he suffered at the hands of Sugar Sean O'Malley. That was a horrible performance as we saw him get completely swept on the scorecards and beat over the course of 25 minutes, and I think that we'll see him deal with that issue here against Figueiredo. Not so much with a volume-heavy striking style approach from Figueiredo, but more so with a grapple-heavy approach as we've seen him start leaning on since moving up to 135 pounds. I think he will put Vera into some bad positions, and that's going to cause Vera to largely be on the defensive throughout this fight, and even though he might have success in the third round here, I fully expect Figueiredo to win enough of this fight to still end up getting his hand raised. People are going to talk about his cardio issues, but I don't think that's much of an issue at 135 pounds as it was at 125, but we'll find out definitely this weekend, as Vera is definitely one of the harder guys to put away, but definitely one of the more beatable guys in the top 10 of the bantamweight division, and I think we'll see Figueiredo do it pretty easily here. The third and final lock of the night candidate is going to be in the main event, the chalkiest of them all, Umar Nurmagomedov coming in at minus 285 going up against Corey Sandhagen. Yes, this is clearly his toughest matchup to date, but I think he is probably the best bantamweight on the planet. This guy has tremendous striking and just as good wrestling, so he can choose any approach he wishes to try to defeat his opponents. I think in this matchup against Sandhagen, he's going to look to keep him on the mat, and yes, he'll be dealing with some jiu-jitsu and submission attempts off of Sandhagen's back, but I think we'll see Nurmagomedov do a good enough job in terms of staying out of those spots and asserting his dominance in the grappling and really dominating Sandhagen in the grappling realm, especially over 25 minutes as well. So Sandhagen could have some glimpses of success, but for the most part, I think he's going to struggle with what Nurmagomedov brings to the table, allowing Nurmagomedov to cruise to a decision victory and cashing as a chalky minus 285 potential lock of the night play. Which of these 3 did I end up going with? I've already posted on the MMA LOTN Patreon page, so make sure you guys check out the link in the description below. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow for the top 3 dog of the night candidates. See you guys then.